So hello all, namaste, my name is Sayan and I am from class 6. Basically in this video we are going to discuss about flights. So how do they fly? Planes are actually known for their high speed and their top flying, but like how they fly basically. So see, why does the aeroplanes fly? It is because of their highly powerful aerodynamics. Aerodynamics is a very complicated complex thing, but still this aerodynamics is used in the aeroplanes. So like if I talk about airplanes most important thing which is there in them is their wings. Aeroplanes wings are the most crucial and important part of the airplanes. You will be asking, so if there is only the wings of the aeroplane, will it going to fly? No. See, a plane flies because of the combination of the work of different types of things. Different types of parts of the airplane are there, which include the fuel of the airplane, the wings of the airplane, the jet of the airplane, or you can say the engine of the airplane. Your different kinds of parts are there. I'm going to explain you in this video. So how does first a plane takes off? This plane was invented by whom? Of course, Wright brothers. So they invented the Wright plane. This Wright plane flied about 12 seconds of in like air. That's a very great achievement for the people of that era. But now in this modern time, planes can fly up to 3 hours, 4 hours, like, right? So how do they do? First, let us talk about the main parts of the airplanes what we have. This video is going to be divided into two main parts, which is going to be the takeoff part and the mid-air navigation part. Okay, so let us talk about the takeoff part. In takeoff, you need to understand the laws of motion by Professor Isaac Newton. What is just said about the third law of motion? If you don't know about the laws of motion, if you want to study them, you can just watch this video, which is there in one of my videos in my YouTube channel. You can also go and check it out. Laws of motion. So in our third law of motion, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. In this, basically, Isaac Newton just wants to, like the Wright brothers used this thing in their aeroplanes to make it. Let's talk about the takeoff. So for the takeoff, our jet and the wings are the two main important parts of the plane. So there are four kinds of forces that is going to act or the which is going to act for the like takeoff of the plane. What are they? They are the drag. First is the drag. Second is the push. Okay, first is drag, then is push, then we have the lift, and then is our gravity. Now this push pull, which I'm just saying, the push force, it is also known as the thrust. Okay, drag, thrust, lift, and what? Gravity. These four are the most important thing in their just like lifting of the plane off. So here every force need to be balanced, while the lift force is from the ground to the plane and the gravity is from up to the forcing the plane down to the ground. The thrust force is just pulling the plane forward and the drag force is pushing the plane backward. So which two must be avoided while the takeoff? Just comment down if you have understood this, right? Just take your imagination, just think, just write your answer what you have just guessed. Of course, our drag force, which is going to push the plane, and our gravity force, which is going to push the plane down, these two must be avoided while the takeoff. That is why the plane is so aerodynamic that it uses something in the plane, in its wings. It uses three things. in the plane's wing there are three things. What are they? That is the flap, slap, and then at the last we have the ailerons. So these three things are very important. While the plane takes off, the flap and the slap, what they do actually, they just bend down. So there is a curve in our plane's wing. So what happens? It actually just put down more air to the ground. Okay, so like in the bottom part the air moves out, and in the upper part the air actually curves and move out of the plane's wing. So this creates a force to the ground, and if you understood the law of motion, then the same thing is going to go to the ground and then again reflect from it to the plane. This will create what? This will create a lift force. The plane gets a lift from this place only. Now the gravity is reduced. Now let's talk about the drag and thrust. For creating the thrust, can you just guess which is used? Yes, they are the jet engines. The jet engines basically create a push force or a thrust force, and the drag of the plane is also avoided because of the aerodynamical shape of the plane. Okay, now that is why the plane flies up to the sky. Now, takeoff section over. Now let's go to our next section, which is going to be mid-air navigation. What is the meaning of mid-air navigation? Mid-air navigation means the navigation that the plane has to do, like right, left, front, back. So in the mid of the air or in the central air, it is going to move to left, it's going to move to right, it is going to move to straight, it is going to back. Like all these things, how it is done? It is done by mainly three things. One thing is present in the plane's wing, and two things are present in the plane's tail. So in the wing, I have said that ailerons are there. What are ailerons? Ailerons are the huge flaps that used to go to up, down, and it is always getting opposite. If one is like this, then another one is going to be also this. If another one is like the down pose, another one is going to be in the up pose, and the same is going to continue, and vice versa. Okay, so this helps the plane to move to left, right. Now the work of the rudder, or that is situated at the back of the tail, or yes, the back of the tail, that is used also in controlling the plane to left and right. Then we have our next part, which is going to be their accelerators. Like I'm not going to confuse you by its name because its name is a bit tricky one. So they are used to accelerate the plane. Like if the plane wants to go up or it is going to move down. So this is a kind of ailerons. Okay, they are the kind of ailerons. So both are the same. If down, up. So if the plane wants to go up, it will become down. And if the plane wants to go down, it is going to be up. Same thing continues. So now this was the mid-air navigation. Now let's see how in landing part. Now landing part is not that great. So landing part, how it is like which part are used? Ramjet is used everywhere. Okay. So while landing, our spoilers are used. Yeah, our spoilers are used. In the spoilers, basically what happens? Spoilers, what it does, it creates a force to the ground, which eventually creates more drag. Now we will be asking that we don't need drag, so why we are creating extra drag over here? Now see, while the plane actually goes at the speed of 200 to 300 kilometers per hour speed. Okay, so in that speed, when it touches the ground, it is going to be very speed. Imagine if a car goes at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, a plane goes in the 200 and 300 kilometers per hour speed. Just imagine. When it touches down the ground, then it is going to be extremely ultra fast. So how to stop that? We just need to create the drag to stop the plane from the side, right? So the spoiler, what they do, they usually create more drag. In the engine, there is one thing known as the reverse thrust or thrust reversal. This thing also creates a more drag, and the plane's brake also make a grab to the ground, and that causes the plane to stop on the runway. If the plane just needs the whole runway, like not the whole but half runway, minimum the half runway to land on the ground, understanding. So this is basically how planes fly. So I hope you understood how do the planes fly, and for such more fun and amazing videos, be sure to subscribe my channel, like, and also share your thoughts in this channel only. And if you want to know about the laws of motion, more about that, then you can just click on this video at the top, and also subscribe me here. Thank you for watching.